What's up, hippie fam? It's Mike back at it again today, and today we're doing the real-time review on the Crankbrothers Candy 1 pedals. Let's kick it. All right, so we're clipped in, ready to go. Time to go uphill that way. Oh God, these are harder to clip in than my DHs. Oh, we got trees down too. But yeah, so far, compared to my DHs, they're a little bit more difficult to clip in because you don't have a platform underneath you. So you gotta be like spot on the money. But for climbing, these seem to be pretty nice. So again, these are rated for gravel and XC and trail. So this is considered XC trail. So this is what these are meant for. And I can see why. As when I just got out of the saddle there, I could feel my foot float around, and yeah, it made it a lot easier. That's kind of cool. I'm really curious to see how these are descending, because I did talk a lot of trash on these before, because I just am used to a nice solid foundation, and you know, I only run these types of clipless pedals on you know, my road bike and my gravel bike. So we made it up to the top. We are at the skills area, beginner intermediate, and this is pretty sweet up our crab tree, but I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this up. But I want to talk about the climb up here. It was a dream. I'm gonna be honest, these pedals are meant for XC in gravel and trail. That's exactly what I expected from them. It was a dream coming up here. I was able to get my feet moving around the pedals freely. It was freely floating and everything. Unlike the DHs, you know, they're downhill, and same thing with the Maladies, you know, your foot's just planted. So I mean, that was a plus. For climbing, these pedals are a dream. And like I said, I'm gonna point the camera down and you can see that there is a float. Well, maybe you can see it, but look, my foot can move left and right. See that? Like, you've got a lot of movement in these pedals. So that kind of tripped me out, but I'm liking it on climbs. So let's try it on some descents. All right, so we've got some descendy areas right here. It's not too gnarly or anything, you know, this is crabtree and stuff. But I would say for moderate trail riding like this, these pedals are okay in my book. I'm starting to feel where they're floating around a lot more, and I'm making note, I am also running easy release cleats. So I mean, there's not a lot of float or anything. But let's go ahead, I'm gonna try to find some gnarlier terrain to test this out on and see what we end up with. But yeah, as I can tell so far, I feel a little sketched out on these, to be honest. I don't feel as planted. I think we have a rock garden up here. I'll go ahead and take it through a rock garden, and we'll test out the chunk. Thought there's a rock garden here. Well, it's Rudy's section. There it is. All right, so we got a rock garden. Oh, that wasn't too bad. We'll say it's a lot less sketchier than using a flat pedal on a hardtail. But yeah, these are perfect for trail riding. Like these, I probably wouldn't use them on like much gnarlier terrain, but I'm digging them. All right, so they handled that chunk. But however, the previous chunk before, what I noticed is that because of the float on these, I'm having to really tense up my my ankles, because I ended up gapping a root section that I didn't get it on film, and my foot shifted when I landed because of that float, and it kind of hurt my ankle a bit. So you're gonna have to keep your ankles firm on this. You can't get lax like you would in like higher rated clipless pedals, because man, I guess what happened was I got so used to just being planted in those DHs that I would just bend my knees and just go for it. But I mean, I guess that's why pro downhill racers ride them, because they're literally the best pedal. But we're talking about these candies here. These are still rated pretty moderate. Like I said, trail. So this is what it's rated for. And I feel like I am pushing the levels of this pedal because of the float on it and the lack of grip from any type of platform, you know? I need to go faster. That was a pretty sweet descent. All right, so we are back in the car. That was a pretty epic ride. Did about 9 miles at Crabtree today, and what I have to say about these pedals is that I actually like them. I like them for trail riding and XC riding. When I started getting up in the air and started gapping root sections and anything like that, any gnarly chunk, it ended up being a bit sketchy, like, because I told you, you got that float, so it goes left and right, so it's more of a learning curve. Towards the end of the ride, it became actually really enjoyable, because I started learning how to throw my body around while the feet are moving too, as well, so it was pretty cool. If I were to ride anything gnarlier, I would probably take them off. I usually shred pretty hard, and I usually hit dirt jumps with the Marin anyways, so it probably won't be on there long. As long as I keep riding like local trails here, I'll keep them on. But if you're gonna get them, for instance, your XC bike, or you really don't shred too hard and you like a leisure ride with some flow thrown in there, they're perfect. Go ahead, buy them. You're gonna love them because they do serve a purpose, and it says right on the box on that they're for XC, gravel, and trail. So anything above that, it's sketchy, and I would not recommend it. That's when you step up to the Mallet E's and the Mallet DHs, which I have the DHs, and by far the best pedal I've ever owned. But that's the real-time review. Hopefully you guys took something from it. If you guys didn't, I hope you at least got some entertainment out of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.